Hello everyone, welcome back to Flute tutorial videos from Radhe Flutes. Now in this session we'll be starting our first rag, which is Raag Bhupali. Now there are many terms and different parts that are added to a rag to make it sound more beautiful, but for now we'll only talk about the basic structure of a rag. So the first part is Alaap. After that we move on to Sargam Geet or Bandish. Now Bandish has two parts, which is Thai and Antra. After that we can add Vistar and then we add Tan. After Tan, we end the rag by adding Tihai to it. I know there are many terms that you don't understand in this. Just write it down properly in an order and I'll explain everything to you. Now the first part is Alaap and that is what we are going to talk about in this session, and we are also going to do that practically. Now to show you what an Alaap is, I'm going to play the Alaap of Raag Bhupali that we're going to learn today. And here it goes. I've done so many rags and different alaaps, but the alaap of Raag Bhupali is one of the things that I love to play. Now before you learn how to play this alaap on your flute, let's write down the description of Raag Bhupali. Now write this down exactly how it's shown here. Now this is the way we describe Raag Bhupali to someone. We start off with Thaat. We talked about Thaat, right? So there are 10 Thats and Raag Bhupali is of Thaat Kalyan. Now second is Jati. Jati tells you how many swars are there in Aro and Avro. So we've got 5 in Aro and 5 in Avro in Raag Bhupali. So we'll write Ordav Ordav. In Indian classical music, 5 means Ordav, 6 means Shadav and 7 means Sampurn. Suppose if you get a rag which has 5 swars in Aro and 6 swars in Avro, then we'll call that Ordav Shadav. And if we have 7-7 in Aro and Avro, then we'll call that Sampurn Sampurn for Jati. Okay? Now moving on to the next thing, which is one of the most important thing that you'll have to keep in mind. Varjit swar or the restricted swar that are not allowed to play in this rag, which is Ma and Ni. You cannot play Ma and Ni in this rag. Suppose you're playing Raag Bhupali very beautifully and in the end, you by mistake played Ma or Ni. The whole hard work or the whole beautiful playing of yours becomes worthless or is a waste, because that destroys the essence of Raag Bhupali. So just remember, whenever you're playing Raag Bhupali, Ma and Ni cannot be heard. Now the next thing is Vadi Swar. Now Vadi Swar is the most dominating swar in a rag. That basically means this swar is the essence of the rag and is played most frequently. In Raag Bhupali, the Vadi Swar is Ga. Now we've got some Vadi Swar, which is the second most dominating swar in a rag and which also holds the essence but less than the Vadi Swar. Okay? Here we have the as some Vadi Swar. Now every rag has its particular time slot in which it should be played. And if we follow this rule, the vibrations and the beauty of that particular rag, if played correctly, will be at its peak. Okay, so time of Raag Bhupali is early night, which is 6 to 9 p.m. Aro of this rag is Sa Re Ga Pa Dha Sa and Avro is Sa Dha Pa Ga Re Sa, right? How many swars are there in Aro and Apro? If you said 6, that's incorrect because Sa is repeated. So it's 5-5. That is the Jati, right? 5-5, order. Now let's start with Alaap. First, write down these notations. Now if you remember, dashes means you'll have to elongate the swar. So first write it down and then I'll show you how it's played. The Alaap that I played before is a bit advanced version of what I've given you, but believe me, the notations are the same. So you just have to practice these notations and you'll be able to play like me. Now wherever it's written dash multiplied by 8, that means there are 8 dashes, okay? Dashes meant 1 second, right? But here you just have to stretch the swar for a decent amount of time. So wherever there is written dashes multiplied by 6, you just have to elongate the swar for a decent amount of time. And wherever it's written dashes multiplied by 8, you just have to elongate that longer than dashes multiplied by 6 or 4, right? Okay, so let me play it slowly. You saw? I'm playing sa re ga pa dha a bit fast and it's dha, not sa re ga pa dha. Sa re ga pa dha. Okay, I'm playing dha from sa. So it's now from here we'll enter the tar saptak. I know tar saptak is a bit difficult, but you'll have to practice and keep it high. And after that comes the interesting part. Now we have sa dha pa, okay? And that underline means you'll have to play that a bit faster. You saw how I slowed it down? So sa dha pa 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 ga re sa ga re. I'm playing re from ga. Now this is a technique of flute which is called made. I'll explain it to you later in the videos, but just focus on the way I'm playing it, okay? So sa dha pa 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 ga re sa ga re. One more thing to note that I played this Alaap a bit faster, but you'll have to play it really slowly and really beautifully. Every note should be really clear. Your speed should be for as long as you can keep a swar. And wherever there is dash into it, just keep the swar as long as you can keep it. Now what is the meaning of Alaap? Alaap is the introductory part of any rag, in which the instrument player or the singer explore the notes, sets the mood or sets the environment basically of that particular rag. And it should be done in a beautiful manner. And whenever there is Alaap, there should be no tabla or no beat at all. And that's why an Alaap is played in the beginning to set the environment or the mood of that rag. So whenever you're playing an Alaap, it should be very soothing and it should sound really beautiful, working out all the Vadi and Samvadi swars, and do not play the restricted swars even by mistake. Okay, I know you're really excited to try out the Alaap of Raag Bhupali, so I'll leave you to it and try to memorize this Alaap because that helps you to play it more beautifully and add some extra beautifying parts to it. So we're only done with the first part of the rag, which is the Alaap. Rest everything is left that we'll cover in upcoming videos. So let's have fun with our first rag, which is Raag Bhupali, and I'll see you in the next session.